What up, YouTube? We got a different type of video coming. This time we're gonna be working on my son's Mustang. Okay, Mustang GT 2016 premium with the 6-speed under. And what's going on is that we got a leaking throwout bearing / slave cylinder. We did this repair about 3 months ago. We went with a Duralast kit and it's garbage. Well, I want to say that the pressure plate and the actual clutch disc is good, but the throwout bearing, it's a low quality. I think they need to up their game on that throwout bearing / slave cylinder, you know. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be dropping a tranny and replacing that slave cylinder with an actually OEM part, Ford part. So let's dive in, and I'm gonna teach you how to do it one man. So like that, if you're planning on doing it yourself, these are the instructions you're gonna need to follow so that you could do it on your own, on the floor, you know, without having all that fancy equipment where you got your car lift and all that. This is just backyard mechanic style, you know. So let me share the little things that I know, and hopefully it might help somebody out there. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe. All right, let's dive in. Okay, first thing you're gonna need to do is jack up the car. This is how I like to do it. Let me show y'all what's up. The car is too low to put on ramps, so what you have to do is you gotta jack up one side, put in the ramps. On the ramps underneath here, I got 1, 2 2x4s. Same thing for the front. Okay, you notice how I have the ramps going forward, so it's capable of freaking going forward. But I have these Craftsman tire stoppers that I like to put on the ramps. Of course, when I have the car jacked up, I put this thing in underneath the tire so that it's snug and it won't go, you know, it's right at the end right here, and it won't roll off that way when I'm jacking it up from the back. So that's how I do it, both sides. Okay, and now in the back over here, first I jack it up from one corner right here. This car is extremely low, so I jack up one corner, put a jack stand on here, on this frame, on the independent rear suspension frame that it has back here in the back. I put a little jack stand there, and then from the rear end cover, from the rear end cover right here, I jack it up, you know, all the way up. Let me grab my light here, and then I put the jack stands on the actual frame. Okay, there's one there. These are 3-ton jacks stands, and that's how I do it back here. Okay, so that's the first thing you're gonna have to do is jack up the car. Now let's go to the front. Right now it's 10 o'clock in the morning, Thursday. So I don't plan on working on the car tonight. Just got out of work. So what I'm gonna do, this cat's gonna stay. Driver's side cat stays. Okay, but the passenger side, that sucker's gonna need to come off. So I'm gonna grab some blaster and wet those bolts. Sorry for my flipping and turning here, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wet the bolts, and then I'm gonna have to reposition myself to reach the one that's up on top. There it is. I wet it. It's up there, and we'll continue this sucker tomorrow. The rest of it is cake on this car. This car has a catback exhaust system. Original cats. They end right there. And we'll continue this bad boy tomorrow, guys, and I'll show you what else we need to take off. All right, everybody, we're back with the Mustang here. First thing first we're gonna do to the Mustang is we're gonna remove the exhaust. Like I had said, my son has a catback exhaust on this car. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna remove these bolts from these flanges right here. 1, 2, and then we're gonna go to the back and we're gonna do the same. Let me disconnect these flanges. I'll cut y'all back on right now. Okay, on the rear of the car, you're gonna have these hangers, okay? There's a bolt right here and there's a bolt up there. 2 bolts, and you can take this hanger down. If you want to struggle trying to take this off by pushing all the exhaust front, you're more than welcome. It's a little bit more difficult like that. I usually just start taking off this little flange on both sides. As you see, there's one over here too. I already loosened it. Okay, and it has like a, up here, there's like a little hook. I don't know if you can see it. That little hook goes inside the frame and it'll hook onto there. So remember, you gotta undo that so that it could come down. And then over here, you got one hanger here and one hanger there. They're 13, I believe they're 13 millimeter, all these bolts. Let me make sure, let me look at the socket. Yes, they're all 13s. So all you gotta do is just lift up on these like that. Boom, there's one. Now I gotta get ready because the whole exhaust is gonna come down now. Okay. Okay, it all came down. There it is. You can see in the front, boom, there it is. It all came down in one piece. Okay. You pull this sucker out. Shit, it's hanging up on my chop saw there. You pull this sucker out. I'm gonna leave it outside the garage. I'm gonna leave it right here on the grass. Ain't nothing gonna happen to it. Okay, next step is the dry shaft. I believe they're all 10 millimeters. Let me grab my flashlight, show y'all what's going on. Oh, this one too. This one needs to come off. Shit, I didn't undo the screw all the way. I think I could do it with my hand. I think it should come off right there. I thought it was going to. I guess it needs a little bit more. I don't remember having to undo this all the way last time, but oh well. There it is. It's just a ball flange. Okay, the end right there. Okay, that's all. This side could stay. You'll be able to drop the trans without having to remove this one, because I think this is one whole piece all the way to the header. It doesn't come apart like this other side does. Okay. I think you will have to remove the O2 sensor, but I don't remember if I did. But when I get to that point, I'll let you know if I had to remove it. I don't think you have to. I think I wasn't able to because that sucker was on there good. So, moving on. All right, the dry shaft here. We got a couple of 10 millimeters on this flange right here. Okay, and then you're gonna have to remove the center right here, and then these bolts, and it has a nut behind it, so these you'll have to get a wrench behind it and then remove these. So let me get on it and I'll cut y'all back on when I get this bad boy off. All right, guys. All right, dry shaft is out. Okay, the bolts that are in the dry shaft in the front where the transmission is at. The back bolt is an 18 and this is a 15. Okay, and then the center bearing is 13s, and then of course the ones in the back on the other joint right here, those are all 10s. There's 6 of them. So that's how it's gonna look when you remove it. When you get it all loose, stick a screwdriver in here, boom, pop this out, and then of course unscrew the center, which is right here, and then you pop out that way, but you gotta have it all unbolted. Okay, so next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go inside the car and I'm gonna undo the shifter, okay, and remove these 10s, and then this whole little shifter thing will flop down this way. All right, so let me get on that and I'll show you what's going on up there. But of course these are 2 10s right here. There's one and then there's two 10 millimeters. Okay, up here inside, this is what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to move this top cover on the center console. Back here on this center console, there's a clip right there on each side, and you see where those little blue clips are? Those are all clips. Okay, so this thing is not screwed in, and then you have a sensor right here that you need to reconnect. Okay, and the shifter knob needs to come off. You unscrew it. As you see here, it's threaded, and then the actual knob, the reverse, the one that lifts the reverse, you just pull it up, the whole thing. It's gonna take a little bit of persuasion. Just pull it up and it'll come undone from this, and that's all you need to do. Up here in the front on this center console cover, there's some 7 millimeter screws right here. 1, 2, and same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 7 millimeter screws. So you got 4 screws and the rest of it is all clips. Unscrew this and lift up on that reverse lever. This lift up on it, boom, and it'll come undone from inside here because it's clipped into here. And that's all you need to do in here. Okay, next we're gonna remove the passenger side manifold. I'm gonna show you what you're gonna need to do. Oh shit, let me get down here. Okay, you see it? That's the manifold, and then the other bolt is to the top. So what I like to leave, I like to leave my light like that. Let me remember what size this was. I cannot remember. I think it was a 15, but I'm not sure. Yep, they're 15s. So I'm gonna show y'all what I use up on top. I know you can't see it, but the flange is right there. So what you're gonna need to do, I don't know if y'all have a tool like I do, but I have a socket. Sorry about that, guys. My socket was getting stuck. I got a socket that's a 15 millimeter with a swivel, and then I have another swivel that I use on top of that swivel, so it could maneuver itself into where I need it to, with a 1/2 inch extension and a 1/2 inch ratchet. So that's the only way you're able to do this that I know of. Okay, let me get on it and I'll show y'all once I start unloosening that bolt. Okay, I want to show y'all that header bolt, how I remove it, or that manifold. I'm going to show y'all how the extension looks. You see how it's all, I got the swivel. Let me get the light up there. See how I got the swivel going on? I got the actual socket, that's a swivel, and then I got the separate swivel on top. Okay, and let me show you how you got to do it to remove that bolt. Because when I first did this car, that bolt was on there good, man. And a 3/8 swivel, that shit ain't gonna work. So you're up here on top. Okay, you see? It's already loose from, I did this probably, I want to say like 3 months back. So that bolt's already loose, man. But the first time I did it, that shit was on there good. But that's how you undo that header, that manifold bolt. I just wanted to share that with people, because you're not gonna be able to stick a wrench or nothing on that sucker, man. I'm telling you right now, that bad boy's a pain in the ass. There, it's a dunzo with that one. Then let me go down here. Okay, the extension is off, and the nut, it fell somewhere down here. So let me look for it. It ran somewhere. Okay, I can't seem to find it, but it's down here somewhere. Let me make sure it's not stuck right here somewhere. Nope. Well, I took it off. That's one thing. I'll find it right now. Sure, it'll pop up. But that's how you get that one done. And the other one that's right there, that one's easy. Of course, you just get your wrench and you undo it. All right, guys, I'm gonna keep moving along here. All right, I removed the manifold. I found a bolt. I was right on top of it. Usually that's the case all the time. Here's the manifold. That one stays on there. Okay, I removed the transmission harness. Here it is. Basically, it's gonna plug in here. It's gonna plug into the O2 sensor here. It's gonna go over the transmission. You're gonna hook up the O2 sensor on the other side, and then it has another sensor right here on the tranny. I believe this is to the shifter. Okay, it tells you what position it's in. I think that's what it is. I'm not sure. I think the other side is a speedo, and that's all the wires that are on the tranny. Okay. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna undo this bolt housing. I mean this shield. And I don't know if I'm gonna remove the starter. I might not have to, but oh yeah, you know what? I'm gonna have to, because it's bolted to the actual transmission housing. So I'm gonna have to remove the starter. So let me get on that. I'm gonna disconnect the battery right quick. Okay, the starter is removed. It has those 3 bolts. When you get to these are 10mm bolts. When you get to this top one, you're gonna need a swivel. Okay, I did a 3/8. Mine's a 3/8, 10mm with the swivel. Of course, I used tape on mine to make it stiff, so I could, guide it in there, and it won't be flopping around when, that's an old school mechanic trick right there. But that's what you're gonna need to get that starter out. I got the 2 bolts that are right here on the cover, and what I'm gonna start doing now is unbolting the bell housing. It has the bolts here, and it has them all the way around. When you get to the very top one, you're gonna need, I usually get extensions and I start all the way in the back and I bring it up through the top to reach that top bolt. And I'll show you how I do it. I'm gonna start undoing the easy ones that are right here. And when I get to that top one, I'll try to record it so I can see what's up. Okay guys, here's the tricky ones. I know it's hard to see all the way up there. Let me see if I can get the light. Okay, I'm having difficulty holding it with my chin, the damn extensions. So I'm gonna drop down the. I haven't unbolted it yet, but I'm gonna get a different flashlight. This is where it gets a little tricky. This is the top bolt on the transmission. You see it all the way up there? So I got a crap load of extensions to reach that. Okay? And this is where I'm doing it through. Right in front of the cross member, you're able to run the extension all the way up there. Okay? With a swivel up on top, you'll make it happen. I know it's not the easiest thing, man, but that's a mechanic's life right here. All right, let me undo these bolts. I'll cut you back on. All right, same thing for the passenger side. Let me rest my arm here for a minute. Okay. As you can see, same thing. Shit, I wish it wasn't as blurry. I'm sorry, guys. I guess it's just having a hard time picking it up. Alright, but the bolt's way the hell up there on top. I know it's hard for y'all to see, but let's see if I could somehow make it focus on that. There it is. Alright, way up there. That's where the bolt's at. Okay. And of course I had to use all the extensions to get all the way to the top up there. Right now I'll show y'all how the extension setup looks. There's a reason that I use the extensions the way it is, with the small ones in the middle and the longer ones like that, so that I'm able to get that arch, guys. Okay, so let me unbolt this and I'll cut y'all back on right now. I'll show y'all the extensions. Okay guys, this is what I was using to undo the bolts on the top of the transmission. The way it's set up right here is the way y'all were seeing in the video. Okay, I'm gonna put a measuring tape on this bad boy so I can see how long it is. It's about almost 31 inches. Yeah, 31 inches. Okay. On the front, this is what it looks like. Okay, there's a swivel. I got my 13, the swivel, and then I want to say a 6-inch. I believe another 6-inch. You got to understand it goes all the way in here. So there's a 1/2 inch in there. No, 6 inches, and then a 3-inch, 3-inch, another 3-inch, and then a 10. Okay, and that's how I was able to make it happen to take off those top bolts on the transmission. This is the easiest way, guys. I don't know another way that's easier. So I wanted to show y'all that in the video, because I've seen a lot of YouTube videos where guys say it's hard to take these transmission off these Mustangs, but with the right tools you could get it done, man. All right, continuing. Now what's next Let me throw my ratchet under there because I'm gonna need it right now. Let me get underneath the car. We're close. I already unbolted all the bell housing. All that's left is the cross member. Okay. We're gonna undo the cross member 1, 2, 3. But before we do that, we're gonna put the jack right here. This transmission, it's a monster looking transmission, but it's not that heavy. I guess it's not heavy for me. I'm not a very, very strong guy, but I'm strong enough. But it's lighter than a 4L60. So, I mean, you could get it done. All right, so we need to unbolt that. These 3 bolts, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, but before you do that, you need to have the jack here. I usually like having it around right here, facing straight back. So like that one, I'm gonna show y'all the video when I'm doing it. So like that way, I drop it down. I put a screwdriver there, pry it out that way. The transmission I'll be able to slide it back on the jack and then drop it on the jack, leaving it on the jack. And another thing I need to do is take off the clip off the slave cylinder, the hose that's made out of plastic. I need to undo that clip so that I could pop off the elbow, which is over here on this side. Okay, let me get over there. I might need my other flashlight. Okay, that sucker. The hose. Where the hell are you, hose? Oh, it's right here, guys. I'm sorry. I'm over there looking by that bell housing. It's right there. Ah, shit. It's right on top right here. Damn, that light. Let me see if I could. You see that plastic thing, that little elbow that's right there? Let me see if I could zoom into it. Damn, focus. That one. That little elbow. It has a clip on it, just like it does on top. I don't know if you see on top. It has an elbow right there in the bottom, then on top it has a little clip. Well, it has that one right there in the middle too. You need like a little hook to take that off. So, let me get on it, and I'll show you how to remove it. Okay, I removed the clip, as you can see it, from that little elbow. I used a small little screwdriver. This one, it's a flathead. And all I did was you put it right there where that little hook is at. That little, you see it how it's sticking out, that little clip. And now all you gotta do is push up on the hose and it should come undone. Shit. Yeah. Easier said than done. Alright, back with the Mustang. I disconnected the actual clutch line that comes from the master cylinder right there. So that's what it's gonna look like. Let me see if I could somehow push it a little bit more back. Oh no, it's already disconnected. I'm good. I don't want to lose that little oil ring. It's disconnected. See it? So I'm ready to unbolt these bolts back here. I'm gonna some dust got in my eye. I'm gonna disconnect these 3 bolts. Let me take a look at it back here. Yep, disconnect these 3 bolts. The transmission should stay hanging right here. I'm gonna put the jack on it. Before loosening these, put the jack on it so I could keep it there. Then boom, boom, these 2. And I should be good. I should be able to drop it down. I'll show y'all that when I get there. Let me continue this. Okay guys, I'm coming back. You see up there on top where this shifter right here, it has this rod that goes all the way to the top up there. See if I could zoom into it. Right there, that one. It has this 10 millimeter bolt up there. Undo it and the actual shifter will drop down like this. Okay, so like that. When you're dropping down the transmission, as you see, I have the jack right here already. I'm gonna drop it down and then slide it out this way. Only if I could find an angle for me to leave this damn phone here. Okay, that's as best as I could do, guys. Let's see what I could do here. I'll cut out the pieces y'all don't need to see if I fuck up. Alright, I'm gonna put a pry bar. See if I'm missing. Let me see if I'm not. If I didn't miss to take off the damn bolt off the bell housing. Because that other side don't want to slide out. It should slide out easily. You see the phone's still recording. Yeah, I'm still there. I don't think I'm missing a bolt. Oh, there it goes. Oh shit. A little. Let me put this over here. Okay. Now let me put the pry bar on this side. Ooh, damn, I got a cramp on my leg. Ooh, that cramp hurt, boy. Ah. Keep my leg straight for a minute. There it goes, it went away. Woo! Getting old. Alright. Let me continue on this side. Ooh, that fucking cramp hurt, dude. Son of a bitch. Alright. Transmission. Up. Alright, she's loose. Oh, my cramp was about to come back. Alright. Let me slide back the jack a little more. Do the one arm lift. Okay. Let me just say one more time. Trying to slide. Oh, the fucking shifter's in the way, that's why. Little bastard. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let me just slide the jack a little bit further back. coming undone. Now I need to drop the tranny a little bit. That's enough. Let's see if anything's in the way. Oh shit. I believe the transmission is separated from the clutch already. So let me see if I can drop it down. Slowly but surely. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Okay. Shit, it's off balance off the jack. I need to recenter the transmission before it fucking falls off the jack. But I got it. Ain't no thing with a chicken wing right here. Come here, little jack. Alright. Fucking throw-out bearing's a piece of shit, I swear. Alright guys, tranny's down. See what I'm talking about, the jack? See the way I got it? It could be done. I'm a one-man team right here. Look at this throw-out bearing. This is fucking AutoZone fucking throw-out bearing, guys. Fucking shit came apart. Look at that shit, dude. Fucking cheap ass shit. Sorry for the cursing, guys. It's just that I'm so upset because I did this shit about 3 months ago. I want to say the clutch is still good, the kit. But look at this throw-out bearing. It fucking fell apart. Fucking Duralast bullshit or whatever brand it was. It's a fucking piece of junk. Look at this shit, guys. Don't buy this shit. And if you buy the kit from AutoZone, I recommend you not to use the throw-out bearing, man. Or the slave cylinder. You know, it's got different names. People got different names for this shit. But it's a piece of shit no matter what. So don't use that. Get the Ford one. That's what I'm doing. Alright guys. Let me take this shit off. 10 millimeter there, 10 millimeter there. And we got it. Put it back together right away. After further inspection of this clutch kit, I called AutoZone and they said they would give me the new throw-out bearing. But I think what I'm gonna do is just replace the whole damn thing since it's under warranty. Get a new one. Even if this thing only has a few, I want to say at least 1,000 miles on it, or 2 or 3, maybe 3,000 miles, one oil change. I'm gonna just take it all apart and replace it. As you can see, there's a piece inside of there from the actual throwout bearing or the slave cylinder. You know, so you know that whole damn thing came apart, man. That sucks. But the good thing is that we're throwing a actual Ford slave cylinder in there, and we're just gonna go ahead and use the warranty to get the new clutch. You know, because I'm gonna have to take that shit apart anyways to clean the clean the flywheel, to make sure there's no brake fluid in between that shit. So might as well just send my son to go get that part since it's under warranty. So let me take it apart. All right, guys. Oh, I wanted to make a quick note for everyone that's gonna do this shit right here. I'm gonna tell you a very important thing. If you remove the flywheel, right behind this flywheel, there's a reluctor wheel that reads the crank shaft. It's the crankshaft sensor, reluctor wheel. As soon as you remove this shit, you're gonna have to get a crank relearn done on the car. No ifs, buts, or whats. Your car's gonna misfire. So make sure that when you do this, remove this flywheel, that you have someone that you could take it to do the crank relearn. Because once we did that, you know, I wasn't aware of that, and we had to do a crank relearn, and it went away. But just wanted to point that out to everyone that's doing this clutch, you know, kit. Of course, once you take off that pressure plate, you're gonna know that your flywheels needs to get recut, and you're gonna send it. And when you put it back, turn on the car, and it's gonna read a misfire code, and that's what it is. They charged us like $60-70 to redo that. So get ready for that, guys. All right, let me continue. Check out that garbage, guys. It all fell apart, man. Sucks. There's a part from that damn throwout bearing, that slave cylinder. Here's the part that goes on the top. See it? I guess that's what locks it in. And as you can see, it fucking fell apart somehow, or it made some kind of contact with the flywheel or some shit. I really don't know, but I don't know how that would happen if, you know, if it's everything was meant to be the way it's supposed to be. I don't understand how that happened. But oh well. That's AutoZone parts for you. Look at that shit. All right. Throwout bearing slash slave cylinder is on. Okay, the original Ford one. It's lined up perfectly straight, all the way around. I want to share a quick tip with y'all for everybody that's gonna do this, or on any other car. Put your finger on that other end like that, block it off, get some detergent, soap, anything. And what you want to do is while you're holding that end with your finger and you got soap on there, push this sucker in, and it's gonna build up pressure in between this line. If this line is leaking, it's gonna bubble up. Mine was leaking. I want to save y'all the time from putting all this back together, and then you got a leaky line and you got to take it all apart just to tighten that up. Okay, that's a quick tip right there from years of experience of doing this bullshit. Okay, let's go to the flywheel. Okay, flywheel. ARP bolts were installed on this. Okay, new pilot bearing. I want to tell y'all, when y'all remove this flywheel, don't forget about the crankshaft rear main seal. Just go ahead and replace it. You're already there. Okay, do all that and you'll be good, unless you get a piece of shit throwout bearing like I did and you have to take it all apart again. So I already cleaned all this with brake fluid. It's oil free. I'm waiting for my son to get here with the new clutch kit so I can install the new pressure plate with the new disc, and we should be good again. So I hope somebody learns from this video, and I'll show you the job once it's all complete, once I got the tranny back up on there. All right, guys. I got the whole new clutch kit from AutoZone with the cheap ass slave cylinder. Anyways, I was looking at these pressure plates. This is the original Ford one, and this is the AutoZone one. You notice how the teeth are on this one, and then this one, it's like the little teeth are like in, and then boom, like it's always like flat, and this one's like pointed up. You see? And then this one, it's like flat. So I think that the throwout bearing got caught on one of these, since it's always pointed up, and this one doesn't do that. I think I'm gonna use the original pressure plate. Either way, it looks pretty good. It's not really that bad beat up. It doesn't have any grooves or nothing. So I'm just gonna use the original pressure plate with the new clutch disc. It matches up perfectly, same size. So I don't think we should have any issues with that. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get some probably 200 grit sandpaper, go over it, and I should be good. But it doesn't have any scarring that bad, no grooves in it or nothing. So I think this pressure plate will do better than this one. You know, even if it is brand new, you know, the design, I don't like how it looks. So I'm gonna go with the original Ford one. That's the original clutch disc, but I'm gonna use the new one, so we should be good. I'm gonna go over all of it with some sandpaper, 200 grit, and just try to clean it up a little. That's about it. Then put it back up, go over it with some brake cleaner, and put it back on, guys, and I should be okay. All right, I'll cut y'all back on when I get more done. All right, this is the trick on how to tighten up the pressure plate if you're by yourself and you don't have the tool to hold the flywheel. Back here, there's an ear where the starter goes. What you're gonna do is you're gonna grab yourself a flathead screwdriver, and you're gonna come in from this side. Okay? From this side, you're gonna put the screwdriver right there. Okay? Wait up. And then of course, your tool. And as you hold the flywheel from turning with the screwdriver like that, of course you're gonna catch one of the teeth like that, and it's gonna be supported by the actual by the engine ear that you bolt the starter to, and then you could just turn your tool. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry I can't do it because holding the phone, but let me see if I got it like that. See right there, I'm putting pressure on it, but it's already tightened down. But you see, that's all you gotta do to torque it down. And I read that it's 24 pounds of torque on each bolt, so it's torqued down and ready to go. And your alignment tool, you gotta pull it out after you're done. Okay, nice and even. So now it's time to put the transmission back. Okay, throwout bearing's already on. We already checked it to see that it's not leaking from the line. So, okay, one other thing. It's because I gotta make sure that I let y'all know all the info, because there might be someone that's gonna do this that doesn't. It's gonna be their first time ever doing something like this. Okay, on the pressure plate, there's two sides. Somewhere on this pressure plate, I'm trying to see if I could see it. This one is so old that it doesn't say it. But usually it'll say side, engine side. So this is going to be facing towards the flywheel. Usually always a flat side points toward the flywheel. The one that has this ring out here like this, that goes inside of there, so it lines up like that. Damn, this one doesn't fit. Okay. Alright, this is the factory one, and that's the AutoZone thing. It's like a hair off, I could feel it. Oh well, I just wanted to let y'all know that one side goes towards the engine, the other side goes toward the pressure plate. Alright guys, I got a trick for y'all. When I'm gonna put the transmission back up, this is what I like to do. I like to put a ratchet strap. Oh, I killed a little spider. It's hooked up to the frame right here. It's going through the back of the transmission, you see? And the jack's gonna be up front. As I jack it up, the other side of the strap is in the same position of this hole on the frame on the opposite side. So as I jack up the transmission, if you don't have this strap, the transmission is gonna slide back, okay? So what I like to do is jack up the transmission a little bit and then ratchet, and then I keep doing the process. When I get to the point where I can't ratchet this no more, I'll get a jack stand and I'll put it in between the jack and the transmission, loosen this guy up, and then reposition this guy, and then keep using it to ratchet up the transmission. Okay, let me see if I could show you a little quick clip. I'm gonna see if I could position the phone somewhere right here. Somehow remove these bolts out the way. Let me see where the phone's pointing. Yeah, it looks like that will work. Let me see if I can do this without blocking the phone. Okay, first thing first, I'm the realist. Oh shit, sorry. Okay, let me adjust the jack here. All right, there we go. Okay. All right, we're gonna have to use the old legs to pump up the pump on the jack. My hat fell off, but that doesn't matter. Okay. Okay. Up. Oh shit, it's lifting up. I guess I got it too far front, this strap. It don't matter, as long as it doesn't rock back. I just don't want the strap to go backwards. Maybe I should reposition this bad boy. I'm gonna keep trying it. Oh, I see what's going on. The strap is not going in there even. So I gotta redo this. Like it's all knotting up. So I'm gonna see if I could try. Oh, it looks like it's balanced out perfectly on the jack. I'm gonna see if I could go up. The jack keeps moving front. Let's see if I can move the transmission front by itself. Doo-doo. Oh, this damn shifter is caught. I wonder you couldn't slide it. Okay. And move the jack back. Thought I had a bug on me. See how it's looking up front. Somehow the transmission is caught right there. I'm gonna readjust this strap. All right, I'm gonna put it more further back. That helps. That helps from it sliding back. Okay, what I got going on here is that the input shaft is too far front. Too far front. So what needs to happen is I need to roll the transmission back a little. Okay, let me see if I could jump it over the strap. Now the strap's fucking. Oh, this little plastic thing is kicking my butt, stabbing me. Let me see how it looks now. I'm sorry, am I blocking the freaking phone, guys? Cool, perfect. There it goes. Straighten up the trans. All right. Now check it. Look, it's floating off of the freaking jack with the freaking strap there. So, check it up. What is it called? Okay, I need to roll it that way. Need to roll the transmission the opposite way. Oh, and the shifter's hidden. Roll the transmission that way. There it goes. All right. A little up. Look at that. Okay. Okay, what's it need? Oh, I see. Transmission shaft is in the way. Okay, there it goes. Little up. Where the transmission shaft is. It's right there, guys. I'm like right here over. Let me pull it back a little. I just need to pull it back a little. Let me reposition this strap because I have the opportunity now. So you just keep doing that. Okay, there we go. Now what I need is to turn the transmission. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Oh, I got my little O2 sensor wire in the way. There it is. It's out the way now. Let me check that my clutch hose line is okay. See, I got it way over here when I need it back here. Let me fix it before I keep lifting it. I don't want to crush that hose. Okay, it's out the way now. Okay, let me do some leg pumps again. You know what, I'm gonna use the ratchet strap so I could reposition the jack. See, look at that. The transmission won't fall because it's on the ratchet strap. But I need to reposition that jack strap. I mean the transmission. Okay. Let me go back up here and look at the shaft. Make sure we're good. Oh yeah, the shaft is already like in the position to slide in. So maybe I could push it. With my incredible strength. It's not even on the jack anymore, guys. It's just on the actual strap. So we're gonna put the jack up here, just in case. Oh, the strap is holding it from me sliding it front. Transmission's turning on me. Okay, what we're gonna do here is lift it. It's almost there. Okay, I'm gonna need to lift it on the actual jack here. So I could put the strap over this little bump. This little. All right. Okay. Now we can move it front. Okay. We're almost there. Almost there. Yep. I just need to lift the ass up. Just my. I think I could let go of the jack now. And it won't fall. And just lift the ass. And push it front. Whoa. Whoa, the transmission's turning on me. Don't worry, I can turn it. That's what I love about that strap. It holds it where I need it. The jack is holding it from me. Push it in front. I'm thinking if I should readjust my strap. No. That's not it. There it is. I needed to turn the transmission. That was the whole deal. It wasn't falling in place. Okay. Okay. Now we're somewhere. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Now we could lift it. Jack moved out of place. Now imagine if I was just using the jack. Like, how many times this damn thing would have slipped out of place? And how dangerous that could be, you know? Probably damaging the transmission, damaging yourself. Okay. Everything's out of the way. No, because the shifter up here is being a little bitch. Okay, I need to drop it a little. Alright, adjust the shifter. Okay. I got the shifter where it's supposed to be. Okay, looks good. Okay, tying up the support on the strap. I think that's all I could do with the strap. Let me lift it up right here. It's there, guys. Oh, I think the shaft slid in already. But my jack fell out of fucking place. But the shaft, I felt it. Let me see if I can put a jack stand. No jack stand. Oh, you fucking shifter. Again, the fucking shifter. Okay, so now I'm gonna have to hold it. This little shifter's being a little bitch. You know what, I'm gonna put the bolt on the shifter. So it keeps popping out of place, and it's kicking my butt. Doesn't let me do my job. There it is. Just put a few threads in. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to drop that jack and reposition it. Dude, that was close, bro. And it's all because of that freaking shifter, dude. I should have put the bolt in there a while back. Oh, the shaft slid right in. Oh, that's what she said. The shafter. Okay. All right. Oh, it's lined up. It's all about jacking it up now and putting it straight. All right, let me get from the back. Hit it from the back. Oh, it's in. It's freaking in. Woo! Oh yeah, she's freaking in there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a bolt on this side so it doesn't fall out of place. There's my bolts. Transmission bolts. Transmission housing bolts. Where are you? Here's one. Oh, I'm stuck. Okay. One bolt is in. And where's another bolt? All right, another bolt for the passenger side. Let's see if it lines up. It does, but it's too angled. So I'm gonna do, I think I need to drop it a little. Either way, it's not gonna fall out of place because I got that one bolt under. And what's happening is that it needs that way, but it needs to be lifted. Okay, boom, there it is. I just heard it go boom. Yep, there it is. There it is, guys. See, it could be done. You could do it by yourself, man. I know it's not the easiest thing, but someone out there wants to do it on their own, and I just taught you how to do that shit. All right, guys. Deuces, man. Gonna continue building this shit. All right, the next thing is putting the shifter bolt back on that arm that I loosened. That little sucker was the one giving me a hard time, so I could put the tranny back on because it was getting caught everywhere. Like it would hit right here, like when it was pointing straight up, and it wouldn't let me jack up the transmission. I didn't know what the hell was going on. But what you want to do is just tying that bad boy back up. I'm using a 10mm ratchet wrench. That's it. That's it. Now we could finish jacking up the transmission. So I could put the transmission mount, make sure the shifter's gonna slide in right. Everything's lining up good, guys. That was the strap. It was caught up on this thing right here, and I was jacking it up and finally released itself from there. All right, I'm gonna grab my transmission mount and I'll catch y'all back on right now. Hey guys, transmission is up. Transmission cross members on. It's all bolted together. So far, I do not have the transmission's upper bolts on. What we're gonna do next is, since the actual hose that goes to the throwout bearing / slave cylinder is hooked up already. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna prime it so that we could check if there's any leaks anywhere, and then we're secure about, you know, bolting it all back together and start putting all this stuff back together, the rest of the stuff. I already did it. Mine's not leaking, but I'm gonna teach you what you gotta do, because your pedal is gonna be to the floor. Okay, so what you're gonna want to do is fill up your reservoir for the cylinder. Okay, for the brake, for the clutch pedal. This is it. The Mustangs share the same little container. Okay, basically the brake master cylinder and the clutch pedal share the same reservoir tank. Okay, so just fill it up with .4 blade fluid. Once you fill it up, you're gonna go inside the car. Okay, you're gonna go inside the car here. The brake pedal is gonna be to the ground. I mean the brake pedal, the damn the clutch pedal is gonna be all the way to the ground. You're gonna have to physically grab the pedal, and it's gonna stay at the ground, right? You're gonna have to bring it up and then pump it and pump it. Doing that, it's gonna take like a few pumps to do it. Once you finally get it to the point like where I got it, where it's coming back, then you already built up pressure. So now you can start inspecting your line. You can start inspecting the line and making sure you don't got any drips. Okay. Let me go under there and put the light. We don't got no drips, nothing coming up from that line. So we're good. Okay. So now, and there's no oil. When this bad boy goes bad, these little holes right here, you're gonna have the oil coming out through here. That's why it was puking out all the oil when that piece of crap Duralast part was leaking from. So it's gonna be from here, guys. So just letting you know where to look at. So now that I know nothing's leaking, I'm gonna put the 2 transmission bolts up on top, put in my starter, and start putting all the exhaust back together, drive shaft, put in the transmission shifter, little bracket that goes up there, and mount it all back together, guys. And we should be good. So I'm not gonna record all that, but I'm gonna come back once it's all done and I drop the car down, and I'll show the rest of it, because from here on everything's simple. Okay, I'm pretty sure everyone could figure out how to put all the shit back together. So all right, guys, I'll be back. The Mustang's ready. Let me clean my lens. See, there it is. My son has 2 Mustangs, the Fox body and his newer Mustang. So, but it's running. See if it goes.